Imagine a train, not just any train, but a 600-ton moving fortress, armed with heavy guns, rolling silently through the darkness of war. A weapon so powerful, so secretive, that entire armies feared its arrival. In World War II, while everyone talks about tanks, planes, and battleships, there was another weapon hiding in plain sight: on the railways. Today, we're revealing the top 10 secret trains that literally changed the course of World War II forever. Stay till the end, because number 1 will absolutely blow your mind. Let's go. Number 10. The Panzerzug, Germany's armored train. Kicking off our list with Germany's most feared railway weapon, the Panzerzug, which literally means armored train. Germany operated over 70 armored trains during WW2. These weren't just transport vehicles, they were rolling weapons platforms. Equipped with artillery cannons, anti-aircraft guns, and machine gun nests, a single Panzerzug could hold off an entire infantry battalion. Germany used these heavily on the Eastern Front against the Soviet Union, moving troops fast, delivering firepower, and retreating before the enemy could respond. The scary part? They were nearly invisible from the air because they blended with railway infrastructure. A true ghost weapon of WW2. Number 9. The Soviet BP-43 armored train. The Soviets weren't far behind. Meet the BP-43, the Soviet Union's answer to German firepower on rails. Built in 1943, the BP-43 was a heavily upgraded armored train featuring 76mm cannons, anti-aircraft guns, and even T-34 tank turrets welded directly onto the cars. Yes, they literally put tank turrets on a train. The Soviets used these trains brilliantly, not just for combat but for rapid troop deployment across thousands of kilometers of Russian terrain. When roads were frozen or destroyed, the railways became the Soviet Union's lifeline. The BP-43 participated in several major battles and helped push German forces back in key Eastern Front campaigns. A true iron beast. Number 8. The Austro-Hungarian legacy, blueprint of war. Before WW2 even began, armored trains were already changing warfare. The legacy of Austro-Hungarian armored trains heavily influenced WW2 design. These early designs, featuring multiple gun positions, armored plating, and infantry compartments, became the blueprint that Nazi Germany and the Soviet Union both studied and copied. History often forgets that without these early experimental trains, the powerful war machines of WW2 might never have existed. A forgotten but crucial piece of the puzzle. Number 7. The British armored trains of North Africa. When we think of British WW2 tactics, we think of Spitfires and Churchill tanks. But the British also had secret armored trains operating in North Africa and the Middle East. These trains were used to patrol supply lines, protect vital railway infrastructure, and prevent Axis forces from cutting off Allied logistics in Egypt and Palestine. Without these trains guarding the supply routes, Rommel's Afrika Korps could have easily cut off Allied forces and changed the entire North African campaign. Small but mighty, the British rail defenders rarely get the credit they deserve. Number 6. Finland's armored train, Ukko-Pekka. Finland, a small country, a huge story. During the Winter War and Continuation War, Finland deployed armored trains to slow down Soviet advances. Their most famous was informally called Ukko-Pekka, and it punched way above its weight. Finnish trains were used for lightning-fast hit-and-run attacks, strike Soviet supply lines, destroy bridges, and disappear before retaliation. The Finns were masters of using terrain and railways together as a military strategy. Against a Soviet army over 10 times their size, Finland's armored trains helped them survive longer than anyone expected. Absolute legends of railway warfare. Number 5. Japan's Imperial Railway guns in China. Moving to the Pacific, Imperial Japan had its own version of railway warfare in the massive Chinese territories it occupied. Japan deployed heavy railway guns, massive artillery pieces mounted on specially reinforced train cars, to bombard Chinese fortifications from long distances. These railway guns could fire shells weighing hundreds of kilograms over distances of 30-plus kilometers. Cities, forts, and supply depots were all within range. The Chinese defenders had almost no answer for these rolling long-range artillery platforms. Japan's railway gun strategy in China is one of the most underreported military campaigns of WW2. a silent giant of the Pacific War. Number 4, Schwerer Gustav, the largest gun ever built. Now we're getting into legendary territory. Meet Schwerer Gustav, the largest and most powerful railway gun ever built in human history. Built by the German arms manufacturer Krupp, this monster weighed 1,350 tons. Its barrel was nearly 30 meters long. It fired shells weighing 7 tons, each one the size of a small car, over a distance of 47 kilometers. It took a crew of 2,500 soldiers just to operate and maintain this single weapon. Gustav was deployed during the Siege of Sevastopol in 1942, where it destroyed Soviet underground bunkers buried 30 meters below the earth, fortifications that were thought to be completely indestructible. After the siege, Gustav was moved around Europe by train, its very presence causing panic among Allied intelligence. This was not just a weapon. This was a statement of power. Number 3, Dora, Gustav's secret twin. Schwerer Gustav had a twin sister, and her name was Dora. Built alongside Gustav, Dora was an identical weapon system, same size, same firepower, same terrifying specifications. While Gustav saw active combat, Dora was primarily kept in reserve, moved around to confuse Allied spies about Germany's true railway gun capabilities. The psychological impact of knowing that Germany had 2 of these monsters was enormous. Allied commanders had to constantly plan around the possibility of these weapons appearing on any front. Dora was eventually destroyed by the Germans themselves at the end of the war to prevent it from falling into Allied hands. A weapon so powerful, they'd rather blow it up than let the enemy have it. Number 2, Krasnaya Zvezda, the Red Star train. Now for something completely different, a train that fought WW2 not with guns, but with information and morale. The Krasnaya Zvezda, or Red Star, was Stalin's secret propaganda and command train. This wasn't an armored combat train. This was a moving military headquarters equipped with radio stations, printing presses, and communications equipment. From this train, Soviet generals coordinated massive offensives, Stalin received real-time battlefield reports, and propaganda leaflets were printed and distributed to keep Soviet soldiers fighting. In the chaos of war, information is power, and this train was the beating heart of Soviet military communications. Without it, many historians argue the coordination required for operations like the Battle of Kursk would have been nearly impossible. A different kind of weapon, but arguably one of the most powerful on this list. Number 1, Hitler's secret train, America and Brandenburg. And at number 1, we reveal perhaps the most secret train in all of WW2. Adolf Hitler's personal command train, known at different times as America and later renamed Brandenburg, was one of the most heavily guarded secrets of the entire war. This wasn't just a luxury train. It was a fully mobile military command center armed with anti-aircraft guns, equipped with the most advanced communications technology of the era, and surrounded by SS Guard units at all times. From this train, Hitler personally directed some of WW2's most critical operations. The invasion of France, the planning of Operation Barbarossa, and key Eastern Front decisions were all made aboard this rolling fortress. The train was designed so Hitler could move quickly and unpredictably, making him an almost impossible target for Allied assassination attempts or bombing raids. The full details of what was planned, decided, and ordered from inside this train remain classified or lost to history, making it the ultimate secret weapon of WW2. Not because of its firepower, but because of the decisions made within it. Outro. So there you have it, the top 10 secret trains that changed WW2 forever. From 1,350-ton railway guns to Hitler's personal mobile command center, these iron giants shaped history in ways most people never learned about in school. If you found this video interesting, smash that like button and subscribe, because we cover the hidden, forgotten, and secret stories of history that nobody else talks about. Comment below which train shocked you the most. Let us know. Until next time, history is always stranger than fiction.